This is my M1 Garand rifle, very generously donated by Tucson Tom, a reader of my website. According to serial number charts, this rifle was made in 1955 at the original Springfield Armory, not to be confused with the modern company using that name. At some point it was sent as U.S. military foreign aid to Greece, where it saw many years of hard use in the Greek army. Some Greek soldiers' names are still carved in the stock. Eventually it was returned to the United States through the Civilian Marksmanship Program, which designated it as rack grade, meaning it was complete, functional, and safe to fire. When I received it, the rear sight aperture was loose because the rear sight spring cover needed to be replaced. This was a simple fix. And the gas cylinder was loose. Since the front sight is mounted on the gas cylinder, any looseness here will potentially affect accuracy. This is a more complex repair. I've been using this rifle in competition for several years. In 2009, I was, briefly, listed in the top 100 shooters in the United States for the CMP John C. Garand match. Eventually, the gas cylinder worked loose again, as well as the lower band. This is a key point of contact between the action and the stock. Both these points had been adjusted before, probably many times. The lower band is held in place by a pin, crosswise through a recess in the underside of the barrel. The gas cylinder is held in place first by friction along the spline grooves, and second by the gas cylinder lock or locking ring, which threads onto the barrel in front of the gas cylinder. The common fix is to peen the spline grooves here, smushing them so they grab the splines inside here tighter. The brute force approach is to replace both the barrel and the cylinder. This is far out of my price range. During my research, I saw a reference to using multiple locking rings, the gas cylinder lock, to adjust the thread timing. The idea is each one will be threaded slightly differently, and some will apply more or less pressure to the gas cylinder. Despite months of searching, I could not find replacement gas cylinder locks at the gun shows, so I ended up ordering one from the internet. For normal cleaning and maintenance, the gas cylinder should never be removed. Every time it's removed and replaced, it at least theoretically becomes looser, and since the front sight is mounted on it, that theoretically affects accuracy. I've been waiting to perform these repairs until I had all the parts so I could do it all at once and I wouldn't have to take the gas cylinder off more than once. When the gas cylinder lock finally arrived, I decided to make a video of the process. First, ensure all ammunition has been removed from the weapon. My previous video, Basic Firearms Tutorial number 5, illustrates the process. Field stripping was demonstrated in my previous video, Basic Firearms Disassembly number 4. You might as well perform the usual full field strip. Certainly you'll want to remove the op rod. Remove the gas plug. A large flat screwdriver will do, but the GI tool is meant for it. Leverage can be applied a couple ways. A section of the GI cleaning rod can be threaded in here to act as a handle, but this risks bending the cleaning rod. Or you can put some other tool through this large hole. Unscrew the gas cylinder lock. Trivia, on the M1C and M1D sniper versions, this part is replaced by the flash hider. If the gas cylinder doesn't come off easily, it's not supposed to, encourage it with a brass or nylon hammer or something else non-marring like a block of scrap wood. Note the splines inside the cylinder and the matching grooves in the barrel. We'll come back to that. To access the forward band, remove the forward handguard. It's supposed to be loose. At matches I've seen rifles with the forward handguard clearly labeled "Do Not Touch." In general, avoid handling the weapon by the forward handguard. Any pressure here will affect the rear of the gas cylinder on which the front sight is mounted, remember, which will potentially affect accuracy. Here's the lower band, which is held in place by a cross pin. As you can see, it's loose, and the pin is mangled. I found a replacement band and pin at a gun show. Using a correctly fitting punch, drive out the pin. On this specimen, the pin is solid stock. On the replacement I found, it's a roll pin, which should give a better fit. Slide the band forward off the barrel. Again, you might have to encourage it a little. Here you can see the recess through which the pin goes. Once the band is removed, the rear handguard can also be removed. By sliding it forward. It's held on by this clip, which engages these narrow grooves in the top of the barrel. This gives you an opportunity to clean this area, which is not normally accessible. The rear handguard must go back on before replacing the band. It simply snaps into place. The replacement band goes on with the step facing to the rear. This replacement's a very tight fit, which is what I wanted, so we'll need a little encouragement from the nylon hammer. With the band in place, the pin is inserted in the obvious way. That should solve that problem. As you can see, the spline grooves have already been peened several times, and there's not much left there to work with. The normal method is to rest the barrel on a block of wood, 2x4 for example, and use the ball face of a ball peen hammer to peen the grooves. I'm using the steel face of my gunsmithing hammer as an example. The ball would go here like so. Then you would strike the flat face of the ball peen hammer with another hammer to cause the blow. This would flatten these, this would smush out these spline grooves so they would pinch in and grab the splines more tightly. But this time I'm going to do something different. I have here this machinist's center punch. It's a spring-loaded punch. You press down until it trips and then makes a center mark. This is for a start point for drill presses, for example. So what I'm going to do is very carefully make several of those points as close to the edge as I can, right along this area, on both sides of all three spline grooves, and theoretically that will grab these splines and eliminate the looseness. Then the new locking ring, gas cylinder lock, may or may not grab these threads more tightly, and the timing might be improved to apply better rearward pressure to the gas cylinder. That's the theory. With the peening done, replace the forward handguard. Remember, it's supposed to be a little loose. and replace the gas cylinder. Again, it's going to need a little encouragement, but be gentle. You don't want to go too far. It's important that the gas cylinder goes far enough aft to clear the gas port. Without this, the rifle won't operate. With the gas cylinder back in place, replace the gas cylinder lock. This is what I was hoping for, a nice tight fit, which will require just a little more encouragement from the nylon hammer. That's pretty good. Yeah. And then replace the gas plug. Again, the GI tool is best for screwing in the gas plug. Repairs should be complete. Hopefully, tomorrow, I'll be able to get some range time and sight. Since I've had the front sight off, I'll probably have to sight in all over again. My point of impact may have changed. And hopefully this rifle will be ready for the next match season. I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. Read my blog at read the Rifleman's Journal at jeffersonian.name. And if you like this video, if you found it useful, please consider a charitable donation through my website's PayPal button, because I'm always broke. Thank you.